Would you please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen. Amen. Good morning, everyone.
Move to approve the minutes of August 18th.
Second.
And August 19th.
I second that one too.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Okay, do we have any public comment regarding any pending resolutions for today? Seeing none, we will move on to resolutions. County Engineer, we have Dan Becker here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Got two resolutions for your consideration. The first is the necessity to close Hamilton Road for a culvert replacement, and the second is approving the Hawks Ridge subdivision replat number 2 in Montville Township.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Next up, we have Jeremy Cinco, our sanitary engineer.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Just one resolution for consideration today, and that's authorizing the sanitary engineer to enter into an agreement with Chagrin Valley Engineering for professional design services for the Center Road Water Main Extension Project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank
you,
you.
Jeremy.
Good, thank you.
Next up, we have Holly Murin, our Human Resources Director.
Good morning. On our personnel changes resolution today, we have 3 new hires, 1 in maintenance, 1 in senior and adult services, and 1 in human resources, 3 rate increases, 2 in sanitary and 1 at county home, 1 promotion in commissioners, and 2 return from leaves, 1 in transit and 1 at senior and adult services.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Holly. Next up, we have Brett Thomas, our Finance Director.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
I have 9 for you today.
Like 10.
Couple contracts and grants in here. So our first one is our monthly appropriation movements. So we have amending the appropriations by increases for our first one. Our second resolution is our transfers of appropriations. Most of these are all just housekeeping at this point. Our third resolution is expenditure adjustments for various funds. This is mostly due to something for the Board of Developmental Disabilities had an issue with how things were posting for Munis, and we had a body camera, the sheriff's office paid for body cameras for out of a different fund than the grant fund, just waiting for the funds to arrive. Our fourth resolution is creation of the Board of Elections PEO Training Grant Fund in the amount of $16,580.27. Our fifth resolution is creation of the Adult Probation Drug and Mental Health Court Specialized Docket. This is in the amount of $105,000. Our sixth resolution is creation of the Juvenile Court Specialized Docket. This is in the amount of $55,000. Our seventh resolution is the Juvenile Court Specialized Docket for Medically Assisted Treatment. This is a grant offered through the Ohio Department of Mental Health in the amount of $1,560. Our eighth resolution is accepting a quote from Central Square for the 911 system hardware. Back in 2024, the sheriffs and the townships and the 911 board had accepted a plan moving forward to modernize the 911 system. This is just one of the next steps to connect to one of the state agencies and databases for that. And then finally, our weekly bills.
your
You actually have
travel.
10.
I'm sorry.
Your ninth is
Is the,
allowing expenses of county officials.
Oh, I am so sorry. I did not grab that one. We have our expenses for county officials, which are nothing out of state this week. My apologies.
Okay.
And then our 10th resolution, which is our weekly bills, in the amount of $1,842,279.58.
move to approve all 10 resolutions.
Second.
Discussion?
Quick clarification. The dockets reference, the specialized dockets, those already exist. We were creating new funds within.
Correct.
Okay. Yep.
These happen every year. They're just kind of re-ups that we do each year. The specialized dockets get special funding that comes in from various locations, particularly the Board of Mental Health and the state of Ohio. Will pass money over to us to fund certain specialized dockets. So,
Understood. Thank you.
Excuse me, roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Thank you, Brett.
thank you.
Next up, we have Matt Springer, our county administrator.
Good morning. I have three resolutions. The first one's authorizing an amended agreement with Envelope Consulting for additional construction management services with the Human Service Center window replacement project. That's a 2026 capital improvement project. Second resolution is authorizing the execution of a memorandum of understanding between the Solid Waste District and Westfield Township. This reflects a recent update to the revised code on compensation agreements for local townships. And then third and final is authorizing an agreement with the City of Cleveland for reimbursement of costs. The City of Cleveland Water Department had damaged one of our county roadways and one of our culvert pipes. And this agreement would authorize a reimbursement to the county.
Move to approve all 3 resolutions.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Matt and Barb for working on this for the solid waste. Westfield Township, the Westfield Fire and Rescue District has been impacted by the transfer station many years. As many know, that we've been on 2 regular occasions, they've had to respond to battery fires and so forth there. And so even though we're not a taxpayer, the compensation was built as if the facility was somewhat of like a business for the purposes of providing those kind of services. So the statute was changed, I think, with that intent. And in keeping with that intent, that's how we determine how much the compensation ought to be. And obviously glad to work with the Westfield Township trustees.
And that is unaffected by the new plan that's going in.
Yeah, the budget, well, we have enough sufficient in the budget to
Yeah.
pay for that. Yeah.
But that would continue when that would be a component.
Irregardless,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And first payment would not occur until 2027, so we have time to budget for it accordingly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then the other one on the water, the agreement with the City of Cleveland. I appreciate both sanitary and also the prosecutor's work to get that done. 'Cause I know that it got a little dicey there for a little bit, but we got through it. So thanks to everybody who worked on that.
Okay, roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Matt.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have department reports. First up, we have Shannon Ryan, our transit director.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have 2 resolutions for your consideration and then a monthly report. The first one is approving the acceptance of funding from ODOT for State Fiscal 27, Section 5311 program grants. This is our operating 50% match that we'll need to come up with for our operating expenses. And then the second is a procurement grant that we worked with ODOT to modify to allow us to replace our upgrade our radios to that push-to-talk system that's working very well, and then a communication, onboard communications for our technology. So that preservation grant will help us out with that.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you. And just for the monthly report, just looking at our ridership is remaining strong. I'm very happy to say that our trip to Nile number is 0 again. We are really working hard. I give the credit to the team to make sure that we find a way to provide all the growing demand out there. We're traveling quite a bit of distance all over the county, covering large amounts. I will say that in some ways, our operating costs have gone up, but if you look at our cost per mile, which that is the magic number, that has gone down, which means we're more shared ride service, which means we're finding a way to be even more efficient than we were, so getting better. Very happy to say that. Going to the contract summary, our adult services contracts and all of them, Alternative Path Veteran Services, we do a lot for them, and we're meeting with them soon about a potential price increase, cost per mile. But again, we're trying to drive that number down so it's less impactful. But it will be something we'll need to look at. If you look at the South Circular number, you'll see it's 0. That's because we've absorbed that into our service now. So we have a sign-up sheet process through a resident out there, and it's been taking some time to get some traction, so to speak. But then we have a representative that's calling for the group as well. So we're still providing service out there. They're getting used to this. The South Circular itself will probably disappear from here, but I wanted to leave it on there so I noted that the South Circular service isn't operating, but we're covering the entire area.
So, but basically it's included in your demand service.
That's correct.
In terms of mileage as well as trips.
That's correct.
Okay.
We found it to be a lot more efficient. Again, I've ridden that previous route. It was 56 residents that we had to go cover. Now we're going to 6.
Oh.
6 or 7. So we're really cutting down the miles. It's going to help us make our vehicles last longer, less fuel. And it provides a service for them that they need. They're just getting used to the fact that they're going to need to sign up or call so we know who's going.
Right.
A couple other things I'll mention is our notifications launch of the call ahead, where's my bus? My bus is on the way, is working well. We've got just nothing but positive feedback. There was a few folks that are wondering what this is about, but as long as we're communicating with them. But we hope to see some data drive down our no-shows.
Super. Great.
So that's just another effort to keep the cost.
All right. Good job. Thank you. Good
Thank
job.
you, Shannon.
Keep it up.
Excellent.
Next up, we have Katie Masternick from Job and Family Services.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone? So a few updates to kind of end our Child Support Awareness Month. So the division, they went to the fair, they went to the back to school event, they had a lot of meet and greets, met with a lot of people. One thing, the settlement week from the beginning of the month, the first week, we had four warrant withdrawals with 1 case payment for that, and 3 settlements related to CSEA to appear in court. And then the other thing, we still have driver's license amnesty going on till the 31st, which means that someone who's had their license suspended can come in and pay that 1 month plus $1 and get their license reinstated. So as of the 24th, we've collected $4,984 for that for license reinstatement in regards to 13 cases. So again, kind of cutting down those barriers. And then actually today, Child Support is having their employee appreciation and training. So they're kind of getting together and doing team building and all that fun stuff to celebrate what they're doing. Our eligibility division, as I reported last month, the Medicaid community engagement notifications have started going out. We have been getting questions, clients from that. We do have RAT cards in our lobby, so people can start referring to what might happen, the exemptions. We also, last week I received a little bit further information about how that cost share with the error rate might work. I think the states were hopeful that it would kind of be a delayed payment to the federal government. It's not looking that way. Yes, so there's going to be some brainstorming what that's going to look like, but again, I wanted to give a heads up as soon as we knew that, so the bill might be expected right away. So we'll work with that, but again, with what that is going on, I will say Medina County is doing their part. We keep kind of track of our own error rate internally with our reviews. We're doing really well, so we're doing, our staff is doing as much as they can to help out. So let's see. There is and I'll keep posted. There's supposed to be a training with the, not a training, a presentation for county commissioners in autumn that they're going to be developing. So as soon as we get that date, I'll make sure that everyone has that. Our Child Protection Division, I'm sure you've heard that the state of Ohio signed on for a home for every child through the federal government, which is really focused on licensing, getting kids into homes. And I'm happy to say Medina County just received notice that we got a best practice incentive money through our adoptions that we had last year. So certain age ranges are more difficult, and we had above our baseline in 2 different age ranges. So that's really nice. And then just to keep you updated, we had 93 kids in custody last month, and we have 94 this month. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we do have a commissioner resolution, and we are appointing a member to the Medina County Library Board of Trustees. We are appointing Sarah Vaction. Is that right?
Julie Clark.
Oh, excuse me, Sarah's leaving. We're appointing Julie Clark. I'm so sorry.
Move to approve.
Second,
Discussion?
we had
Wonderful.
really good applicants
Wonderful.
and candidates. I think Julie's going to do a great job. We've got representatives from the library board here today. So the president of the board, right, Caleb, and Tina from the communications department. Yeah. So good to see the library board or library folks here too. But I think Julie's going to be a great addition. And also, I will say we had very, very strong applicants.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It was wonderful.
It was a tough decision, which you like when you're doing those things, that it's a tough decision. So
Okay, roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Okay, under commissioners, we also have an announcement for the community. This past Friday, the commissioners received the resignation/retirement notification of our county recorder, Linda Hoffman. She is a wonderful representative for our community. She will be missed, and we wish her the absolute best going forward. Hope she has a lot more time to spend with her grandchildren and travel, and well-deserved retirement. Anything else on that? Okay.
Well, I'll just say she will be missed.
Yes,
There's no doubt.
absolutely.
And, yeah, and regarding the timing, it will have an impact, as I understand it.
Yes.
This individual, whoever gets selected to fill it as an interim, they'll have to be on the ballot in November.
This November.
As well as the
Yes.
opportunity to any other candidate that qualifies.
Linda's effective date is September 8th.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it does trigger a special election for that position for this year.
In November.
So-
Yep.
right.
Yes. Okay, so next up, we have public comments. Anybody here like to say anything? Okay, we will move on to discussion session. Steve?
Nope, don't have anything.
Aaron?
So we had the 911 Central Square action today. Maybe reminded me that last week after the EMA board meeting, I took a tour of the new facility, the upgraded dispatch center in the sheriff's office, and it is really well done. I think it's really going to upgrade the systems there and really help the folks who work there. For anybody who's never been in the dispatch, somebody knows. It would be a difficult place to spend a lot of time if you don't have the right resources, and I think the upgrade has really put us in position to give them the resources they need to do their job. They've always done a great job, and this will help them continue to do a great job. So just want to make that note because there was a lot of appreciation there from the sheriff and his staff for the upgraded facilities. So wanted to pass that along.
Okay, Jeremy, did you have anything?
Just wanted to discuss our Southern Water District. Currently, we are operating under a violation from the Ohio EPA for auxiliary water systems. That would be customers that have a connection to our water system, but also have a cistern or active well pond on their property. The EPA basically, we have to go in and either the property owners either have to abandon their auxiliary water system or have a backflow preventer installed. We started communicating this to the property owners back in probably January. and send an initial letter out to them in February, letting them know that they would have until August 31st to either abandon their auxiliary water system or and have a backflow preventer installed. There was 128 properties that were affected. Of the 128, we have confirmed 51 residents left, so about 80 properties have completed this. There is another about 10 that we reached out to all the property owners that haven't completed this at the end of last week. We've gotten word from them about 10 of them or so, or we're waiting for documentation from the health department, so we think that number is probably closer to 41 right now. But we are approaching the deadline for this next week. And essentially the letter said that we were going to shut their water off after August 31st if this hasn't been completed in order for us to be compliant with our notice of violation. So
I asked Jeremy to make sure we end up talking about this, because that's pretty significant, obviously, turning off people's water because they haven't complied with an EPA directive, and it's one of not our making, but obviously EPA, the state law. But we do have in other areas, our other districts, we've had far greater number of people that likewise that eventually are going to have to do the same thing.
As I say, our Northwest system, which is our largest system,
Yeah.
we anticipate 1,200 to 1,300 properties that are going to be in the same boat.
So whatever process we follow here, it will be setting a precedent for much larger number in the future.
Yeah.
So
Help me understand the process in as much as the health department's involved. If you get notice from a customer that they're working or they're waiting on that review from the health department, because sometimes those wait times can be.
We can work with those individuals.
Okay.
A lot of times, sometimes it's the work's been done and
Yeah.
they're just waiting for an inspection. We can, obviously, will make sense. It makes sense to work with them.
Do we know that the 41 people absolutely know that they've received their mail, that they've received their documentation, that they're not in some temporary medical facility or something? I mean, before we actually shut off water, I'd like to know that they absolutely know that they're under this time constraints.
We could do certified. We could do a certified letter, or
I wonder if, coming out of our Chippewa, our recent Gloria Glenn's experience, maybe even a notice, a hand-delivered notice.
like a door knocker or
Taped
something.
to the
It's
door
41
for 40
houses,
properties.
It's not
Yeah.
thousands.
It is such a significant step that I think that's a great idea.
We did reach out to quite a few individuals. There were some that we didn't actually connect with, where we left messages and stuff, but we could do.
Yeah, it's a hot month. I don't like the idea of just shutting off their water unless we're ensured that they're aware of the steps that they need to take.
Yeah, and I would
that's
agree. I mean,
big-
there've been a lot of efforts to communicate, but if we try another kind of last final, I think something hand delivered would be for that smaller group. When you get to the 1,200, to Steve's point about
we're gonna
precedent,
have to really.
that becomes a little bit more problematic. But
Yeah.
in this case, if it's 40, I think that extra step is appropriate. Also, because it's the first time we've gone through this.
So you're looking for like a hand-delivered notice to these 40.
I would love that.
Okay.
I think that'd be.
Now, with the EPA, we have to demonstrate that we're making progress.
Correct, and I think we
They
have.
haven't given us an exact deadline that it has to be by, but we've demonstrated, here's our plan, here's how we're proceeding. So they're anticipating that we're going to be,
Yeah, that we do have a deadline.
okay.
It was.
Yeah.
It's approximately a year from December. This December.
A year from this, so you're about December of
27,
Okay,
roughly,
all right,
yeah.
Okay.
But
So
we
we've
wanted
got a
to
little
make
bit
s-
of time to work through this.
But we want to make sure we were trying to get out of this
Agreed.
this violation as
Okay.
quickly as possible.
Okay, all right.
I think you're
I would-
showing the EPA publicly that you are doing
We're
all
doing
that
our
you
best,
can do.
yeah.
We're taking it
Correct.
seriously, right? And I think if it was if you as a result of those hand delivered, if you're getting feedback from people that you weren't hearing from, because it sounds like there's some subset of that number that we just haven't had any communication with. That they're making an effort or they're getting it scheduled or something like that. I would think.
I think
we'd
as
be
long as
fairly.
the effort, if the effort's there and they got something scheduled with a contractor, that's I mean, that would be a good step.
But before water goes away, we need to know that they know. Yeah.
At this point, I mean, we get to after the multiple notifications, there's no doubt we're going to have some, probably maybe hopefully just a handful,
Right.
that are just going to have the water turned off. I guess the benefit of that is you can turn it back on once they comply.
Yeah.
Or they provide us with a plan of how they will
Right.
comply.
Yeah,
Right,
and we
I
said,
think,
we did send out notifications in February, June, July, and August.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I think the effort that's been taken up to this point has been appropriate. I'm not criticizing that.
Right.
I also think as when you get a notice in February about compliance in August,
It goes on the back.
you only
Yep.
pay so much
I
attention
get
to
you.
it, and even in July to a lesser extent.
That's why we wanted to make sure we
But
hit those last 3 months.
If somebody is
Right.
having a medical issue that we're unaware
Right,
of,
right.
and we want to make sure that they know before we
Well, I
take
think under those, we can look at those specific circumstances, hopefully better communication with
Yes.
the customer, and we can say, look, okay, we can give you a break here. And we have the latitude and the time from EPA to have those last stragglers for
Right.
whatever reason. Okay, yeah, maybe they have been, I'll just say, some personal family issues that have delayed their ability to comply.
And I think it's that. I think, and I say that without suggesting that sanitary should have done it any differently up to this
Right.
point. It's just
100%.
this last step
But
being
now
the
we're
one
getting
that's
down to the wire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Okay, we knew that this was going to happen. I mean, it just
Right.
And I will say, I would like to applaud all the roughly 90 properties that did do that. I
Right.
mean, I know it is a financial,
Yes, thank you.
burden for these residents, and I'm I applaud them for working with us and getting those accomplished.
Yep.
Do you know, did a majority of them just close down their secondary systems? Or did they
It was
actually do the
it's kind of a
backup?
mixture. I mean, we
I
had
just
some that
wondered,
wanted to keep
yeah.
it. A lot of them use it for like irrigations
know,
and stuff,
yeah,
but
okay.
but the one downside to the backflow of keeping it is that you have to get that tested annually
Right.
to make sure so you're compliant. So that's one downside of that. But
Well, I've got a family member in the northern part that I've already talked to him about it. He's going to abandon it probably, so.
Anything
All right.
else?
okay,
Thank
you,
that's all I had.
Thank
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jeremy.
Matt, did you have anything else? Okay. I will entertain a motion.
Yes, I'd like to move to go into executive session to discuss imminent litigation and to consider the appointment of a public official.
Second?
Roll.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
See,
Thank you.
I said yes.
Okay.
I
didn't hear
will,
either.
It was very low.
I didn't hear.
We will see you all next week. Thank you.